My name is Brianna, and I'm going to be trying to persuade you that music is the most efficient way to loosen yourself or feel calm and make you feel a lot more healthier mentally. As Dr. Valerie Salampour once said, every single culture as far back as history has been recorded, people have enjoyed music. So music has the ability to evoke powerful emotional responses such as chills and thrills in listeners. Positive emotions specifically dominate musical experiences. Like Sharam Heshman once said, pleasurable music may lead to the release of neurotransmitters as associated with rewards such as dopamine. So, what is dopamine? Dopamine is a type of neurotransmitter that sends messages to the nerve cells using the nervous system. It's also called a chemical messenger. Sometimes you may interchange them with serotonin, which is also a happy chemical, but dopamine specifically refers to your feelings towards music. Levels of dopamine were found to be up to 9% higher when volunteers were listening to music they enjoyed, according to universities in Great Britain and Finland. Even sad music brings most listeners pleasure and comfort, according to recent research from the same universities in Great Britain and Finland. Even though there are even many types of music that you can listen to depending on your mood or what you enjoy to help better your levels of dopamine, such as when you're sad, you can listen to sad music or even happier music or calming music just to relax your brain. And it definitely focuses mentally, specifically on your mental health, compared to yoga, which refers to your entire body and your mind, or meditation that also refers to your mind as to clear it rather than to increase or better your emotions. According to Suzanne Bootley, new research shows that even sad music can lift your mood, while other studies suggest music can boost happiness and reduce anxiety. There are many cases, I'm sure you've experienced them yourself, that most people use music as their way of boosting their happiness and feeling better about themselves. It's more accessible compared to, say, a therapist, a yoga instructor, or even meditation. There are many different platforms you can use to listen to music, such as Spotify or SoundCloud or even YouTube. And it's accessible to everybody. While, yeah, yoga is accessible on video platforms such as YouTube, music is more accessible overall. In general, there are platforms dedicated to music, and meditation, there could even be difficulty in trying to find a quiet place to sit and relax your mind and empty your mind around you. So the enjoyment of music appears to involve in the same pleasure center in the brain as in other forms of pleasure. So specifically, dopamine refers to, as I've said before, your affect to or your reaction to music. While serotonin, it could specifically be something that had happened and other similar situations. As I've said before, music is the most efficient way to better your mentality and lift your mood in comparison to yoga, meditation, and other forms of mental health or ways that can better your mental health. Thank you for listening.
Mm, So your presentation and sounded really credible to me. And you have been including sources and all the codes throughout your speech and your PowerPoint. And I also like the part when you are talking about the physical aspect behind why we are listening to a specific type of music according to our mood. And yes, I think your speech is really interesting and I have learned a lot. Good job.
Thank you.
I agree. I thought your topic was really good, and that, like you said, I like that you had a lot of sources from the practice speech to now. I think a lot of sources were added, so that was really good. And I think that you paced it really well, but I think sometimes you get kind of nervous and kind of like stumble a little. So like it's okay to just like take a breath and be good in the moment. I get like that too, and I just fall over words that are easy to pronounce and just like, why am I doing that? But overall, I think you did a really good job. I loved your slides. They were like so easy to look at. They had cool visuals, but they weren't like in your face or anything like that. So overall, really good job.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bree. Your presentation was really nice. The slides were really nice and informative. I knew one of your sources, the Sharon Hishmat. I knew him and I learned a lot. It was really good. Yeah, I liked your pace. I liked your tone, your vocal variety. And yeah, I think you have practiced a lot since the practice pitch that we had together. It was really good. Good job. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, share my screen. Hello everyone, my name is Nguyen and today in my sorry for that. My name is Nguyen and in my presentation of today, I want to discuss about the importance of having and developing a financial plan and how it contributes to the financial confidence of college students and want to persuade my classmates to consider having one. Financial instability is one of the most common type of hardship that are usually be faced by the college student in the United States. Before beginning my speech, I want to talk a little bit about the whole situation that we are having right now in the United States. From a small research by the Gates Foundation, asking the student who have been dropping out from college, what is the main factor that drives them to this decision? And 71% of them consider dropping out from college as the option that worked the best for them to continue the job. And 52% of them reported that they cannot afford the college tuition. And so dropping out is the only option of them financially. Beside that, student loan is also a very uprising problem that we are having in the United States right now. According to the Federal Reserve and their data stating there's a whopping $1.5 trillion in the student loan, making it the second largest household debt in the United States after the mortgage. However, the financial instability is a kind of problem that can be solved with a healthy money management, and by establishing a financial plan, as a college student, we can perfectly control our money and moving forward to our academy journey. The first and also the easiest step is to create your basic budget on expenses. Basically, budget is based on the money that you have for every month. The best way to create it is to separate your monthly income into categories from the most essential to you, such as paying for tuition, paying for the rent, buying food, to the less essential or optional like buying clothes or going out with your friends. Going to the next step, the second step, which is consider having a savings or emergency fund. Saving is more likely to be a long-term goal, whether the emergency fund is important and essential to you in the present and the near future. Emergency funds normally range from 3 to 6 months of your monthly expense. From the article by the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, research suggests that individuals who struggle to recover from financial shock have less savings to help protect against the future emergencies, so they may rely on credit cards. And in the case of college students, we may rely heavily on the student loan, which is eventually will create more debts that are harder to pay off. The next step that I want to talk about is to having a safe investment. A lot of people, when they hear the term investment, they usually think of invest in stock, buying gold, or having a mortgage. But one of the most efficient investment that everyone can invest to themselves is invest in their health. According to the Dr. Takeshi Kasai from the Regional Director of the Western Pacific World Health Organization, on a national standard, a strong primary health care system helps the country development robust. Healthier people can never miss work and can be more productive on their daily life. So they are also improve the prospect of their families and to the larger scale to support the country. One of the most important part of the financial plan is to manage your student loans, and how student loan may vary from students to student. Some may have very little, some have a lot. But the best way is to know your want and your need and properly separate your student loan in portions that will work best for you. And the next one, I know this one is not working for everyone, but consider having a job beside your college. Beside your college is also a very efficient way that you can earn more income and be more independent on yourself. Not So now I want to discuss about the common mistakes that are usually being made by the college student. The first one, that we don't consider having a basic budget. Without a budget, students may have a hard time to separate and to keep their money in the good order. Then they misuse the financial aid and student loans, which is really common in the United States. The third one, that they are usually misunderstanding and cannot properly separate between what they want and what they need. Not knowing the difference between want and need is really common mistake that college students usually make. So always consider what you need to buy or to spend before what you need to have. The last one, that you don't have a future financial plan, is also really harmful to your financial confidence. Financial planning is positive and help you to determine the short and long-term goals that you want to pursue in your future. The college cost and expenses may vary from student to student, but on these simple tasks, from establishing the basic budget to having an emergency fund or to invest in your health, is really essential and contribute really to your confidence to secure your situation and financial life, and later to support your academic journey. To the conclusion, I just want to I know this is a topic that really relate to us as we are being a college student. So please consider having a basic future plan for your your finance, and it will have to secure and make you feel more confident even after college. Thank you everyone for listening.
I think that you did a really good job. There was a lot of information in your speech. I learned a lot. And I thought your intro was really smart, the way you use statistic to kind of grab people's attention. And I also think that your pace was really good, and you speak in a really calm way, and it makes it like you come off really confident in what you're saying. So really good job.
Thank you.
Your speech was very well spoken. I really enjoy your topic. It's definitely very helpful to many people and very informational. And it definitely persuaded me to think about having to like be more open-minded in topics and situations like those. It was definitely a very good speech.
Thank you.
You have a really good knowledge and understanding of your topic, and it was really persuasive. Thank you for educating us. But my question was about the opposing view. Can you tell me what was the opposing view here? Because our subjects were supposed to be somehow controversial. So can you tell me about that, please?
The controversy that I have is that even though it's a common story, a common story among us, a lot of people, a lot of college students, that they are fighting the hard time to actually doing it in the real life. And student loan, I think, is so very controversial that if
Yeah, I
paying
see.
for college, the tuition, the whole situation could be controversial, and yes.
I see. Yeah. Thank you. I really enjoyed your speech. Thank you.
Thank you.